co-regulate. So co-regulation is really just a fancy way of describing a process where the emotions and behaviors of one human being work to match the emotion and behavior of another human being using verbal and nonverbal feedback. So when we're calm, for example, others will match our state of calm. So as leaders, it's so important to keep this in mind as we're in positions where people are looking to us to see how we're responding. They look to us when, we step in front of a crowd and we're talking about how we're going to manage and thrive through the pandemic. They're looking to see how we respond when we don't hit our targets. They're looking to see how we're responding. And so when our leaders are calm, the people around us will match our state of calm. This is where it also becomes so important for us to be self-aware and emotionally aware so we can do what we need to do to bring our best selves to work. Because like we've been saying, when we're calm, others around us will be calm too. They'll feel safe to do their best work.
Absolutely. And, I think this concept of co-regulation, which isn't, I would say, really well known in the business world, we may have an inkling of it, is unbelievably important. As I always say, when the top is calm, the bottom is going to be calm. But think how many times for each of you, you've gone to a town hall or, a all hands meeting, and it's a stressful time, and you can see the leader at the top is unbelievably stressed, or that person is acting out in an unkind way. Again, all of that is going to transfer. And when we see that, it just makes us nervous and upset, and we can't feel safe. We take our cues from how our leaders act, how they speak, how they think. In the Kind Leader book, I say that all of us wear leader hats and follower hats interchangeably. At some points in the day, we're wearing our leader hat. Then we take off our leader hat, maybe, at home we're the leader of our family. We go to work, we put on our follower hat because we have a boss, but then we're mentoring someone, so we put our leader hat back on. And that co-regulation is so important because what we model when we have our leader hat on is what our followers actually imitate when they put their own leader hat on. So we have to be very, very conscious about how are we regulating our own emotions, how are we dealing with people. And again, co-regulating helps us with that consistency as well. Right.
Yeah. It makes me think of riding on an airplane and hitting a patch of turbulence, like really, really rocky turbulence, and then looking to the flight attendant to see what their face is telling us. Are they calm? Are they looking okay? If they still have a smile on their face, instantly I feel like I'm regulated and I can feel calm again. But if I see any inkling of, distress on the flight attendant's face, I am going to stay in that state of dysregulation.
Absolutely. That's happened to me so many times, Jessica. And I think it's really important to remind people that actually only about 7% of communication is in the actual words that people say. There are about 88% is tone of voice, and then there's body language, and then there's some that's tone of voice. And so we have to remember also that in order for co-regulation to work, it's not just the words that we're saying, it's what's our body language saying, what's our tone of voice saying. This is why it's so important to actually check in frequently and connect regularly, right? So that second C of the 5C's. If we're sending an email, we're not really actively able to co-regulate, because we don't know how people are going to read those words on a page. They're not going to see our body language, because that's, and our tone of voice, because that's what you're looking for in the flight attendant, right? You're looking for that smile and that. They're not going to see that. So it's super, super important to connect regularly so that you can be an active participant in that co-regulation process.